Most of the time, it feels like I'm jumping in cold, no plan, no prep, just boots on the ground and figuring it out as I go. But in Deadside, that's how it starts most days. You make do, you adapt, and if you're lucky, you'll find something that works. Sometimes the best base spots aren't hard to build, just hard to find. Out here, being solo means building smarter, not bigger. No flashy walls, no honeycomb maze, just a little rope, some scrap metal, and enough space for a bed, a stash, and a quiet little getaway. It's not about how complex your base is, but rather if anyone realizes it's even there. Out by the coast, tucked behind an old salvage boat, sits something most players walk right past. I've heard vehicles drive by, footsteps nearby, but no one ever stops to look. The AI patrols that roam the area, they're like my guard dogs, giving off just enough noise to let me know if someone's nearby. If I hear gunfire, I wait. If it's quiet, I move. For someone like me trying to stay off the radar, it's the perfect setup, because sometimes the places people ignore are the safest ones to call home. A fresh wipe. Well, not technically a wipe, but for me it is. So where do we spawn at here? Looks like over here by Stepno. And I want to make my way all the way over here in this section. So definitely got a ways to go. As you can tell, that's my old base. It's completely demolished. All I've got is literally a workbench. And that's really it. So we're going to just loot up. So far, there's only like 26 players on the server. Oh, I remember this spot. I actually built a base over here not that long ago. During the first 1.3. Okay, I already got an axe. What else we got on this table here? Some cigarettes. Planks. Maybe I could use those for something. Formalin, that's where we get it. Okay. Formalin you could use in quite a bit of stuff. Some fishing line. We're going to swap this axe out here. Grab. We don't need fishing line yet. Man, I really wish we can build bases in other locations like this. We need some more rocks. I mean, they're not going to be OP for a base build because it's going to technically be easier to know what direction you're going in. So you just blow through the doors and bam, you got the loot. We definitely need more rock bases in Deadside. I've been scouring across the map and haven't came across too many. We've got a few cave bases. One over by Quarry, another over in somewhere in this vicinity here. There goes a shot I heard somewhere. I'm really hoping to see Deadside, or at least add new features to the map. Put more trees and whatnot. Make a complete dead forest or something different. Because I think we need like areas more dense in Deadside. You got plots of trees, but they're just kind of scattered, and then you got a lot of open land in between. Definitely need more fillers in the map. I think the map is big enough for now with 70 players. I really want to place a sleeping bag just in case anything happens. But then I just don't want to waste. I want to try to push further down if I can. Sounds like some raids going on somewhere. There's a tier mission. There's like a tier 2 mission down there in Cherney Log. There's usually a vehicle that spawns here, but it doesn't look like it's... But it doesn't look like it came today. Just a stick base standing out here all by itself. All right, let's see what we got. Nails. It's got quite a bit of stuff, but did he have any spare parts to create a generator and maybe a wood planer? That's like one of the first things you really want to get materials for. So he's got spare parts. But what about scrap metal, though? Probably no scrap metal, that's why. So he was forced to hoard all his gear in a stick base. I do not know why people usually do this. Starting off with a stick base might feel like progress, but without prioritizing the right materials, it's just an easy raid waiting to happen. When you spawn in as a naked, the goal isn't just a gun, but rather spare parts, rope, and scrap metal. You'll need a generator, a wood planer, something to actually start upgrading with. Because even when you're hidden, a stick base won't hold up. And in Deadside, all it takes is just one curious player to erase a few hours of grind in seconds. 89 rags. They must have been farming for a little while. That's definitely a good start with an eco raid. Sorry whose ever base that was. Ooh, I thought that was a player almost. And if you guys want to join a server, search up Noclip, and you'll be able to find my server there. And if you ever want, I could always hook you up with some starter gear to get you going. There's really not a lot of people on there right now. There's a few metal bases, but I pretty much got that as a casual server for anybody to join. Somebody might be raiding right there. Aha! I found a boat. Yeah, those AI are crazy. So there's 3 bases out here on the shoreline. We finally arrived after that long journey all the way north to this boat. Perfect. This looks like a really good spot, actually. Alright, let's go chop some sticks, get our base started. Another heli. Oh, there's a base right there. This is it right here, boys. So let's do this. Let's build a hammer. I think I might be safe out here for now. Want to pull up a little bit more so I can build. If not, you can literally build around the boat and then delete everything before in order to make it up here. But this is going to be it right here. Maybe right here. Let's try it out. See, you can build. Maybe we could build just a little bit far enough out and say that might be good right there. Maybe not. That's it. That's our base. Okay, we got the layout. Maybe we could start right here since it's in the middle. Which is what we'll do. We'll do this. Build a door here. Build some walls. And then put another door here. And we'll just And seal that off with an entire roof. Craft some rope. Which I don't think we have enough inventory space, so we can just drop that for now. Just enough what we need, at least. We could probably just build some walls here, too, maybe. Always do the foundations first, right? See, even I mess up every now and then. Alright, so we're locked in. Alright, now we need to secure this place. And then put our TC here. Put some sticks, maybe some logs. And there we are. Craft us a couple code lockies. Alright, we're secure. We could probably do a wood planer, or 18. Do we have enough for a wood planer too? There's definitely players nearby. Oh boy, just remain quiet. No sudden movements. Somebody's moving around on the grass. I think that's AI though, or that could be a player. Hopefully they didn't see me walking in here. I'll definitely hear if he's on this side because he'll be able to see my boat. And he'll just take off with the boat. I think I'm good. Oh, wait a minute, there's footsteps. Anyways, we got 37 days on the upkeep. But we're gonna get in here, get in our little hiding spot, and try to remain undetected until the weekend. See how it goes. See you guys then. Oh boy. All right. The ultimate test. And we are good. Base has not been raided. Nice. Okay, so I can also... Let's just do this. We've got to get some... got the wood planer. Got to get some gas. Probably could find some gas over at the nearby facility. After finding some gas, I fueled up the generator and fired up the wood planer. Finally able to start crafting planks. Combined with nails, it let me push past the basics. From sticks to logs, and now planks. For a small solo base like this, every layer of protection mattered. The more I upgraded, the more it felt like something worth defending. All right, what do we need to build some large crates here? We got... I don't think we could fit a wooden shelf. Maybe we can. That's fine. We'll put it right here. It's not gonna hurt nothing at all. We'll do that. Place our generator back over here. There we are. I'm curious if I can actually go possibly half walls out here. I don't think I can. That'll make it too exposed. And we really don't want to be exposed. So... yeah. We don't want to go high. I guess this is going to be pretty much it right here, boys. Just simple as that. After building with what little scrap I put together, I started scouting the area, looking for bases with weak points that were more vulnerable for eco raids. And if the time was right and the opportunity presented itself, I might be just in luck. This is definitely raided. I don't hear anybody. The door's wide open. Oh my god, people. Oh my god, people, come on. You know what? I'm not gonna do this. I don't really need all this stuff, but I will grab his book bag. He's got a few more left. I'm not gonna... What are you guys doing? 58 cloth? Or Kevlar, I should say. And an armor plate. 11 of them. 75 scrap. This is a setup. This is a straight up setup here. They probably got just some more stuff here. 24 rags, 56 nails. We don't need any more nails. I mean... Why no... I was gonna say, he put a code lock up there. He's got all these spare parts literally right here. Spare parts. Bam. Where's your code lock? Where is your code lock? Anyways, 100 rags. Like, you guys had enough nails to upgrade everything here. Literally. I feel like these bases are just planted here for other people just to come in and grab the loot. Fair. Hopefully they learn their lesson, though. I'm not going to be too stingy here. They could have that. I'm not going to need those. Actually, we'll grab... I'll grab 25. Let's put it that way. Let's do that. We're going to be nice. 16. We're going to definitely grab all these, though. Let's just repair these guns for a minute. Paint? Can we paint these? Can't paint the Grom. I wish we can leave a note. Thought I just heard somebody. Wish I can leave like little notes. 33 rebar. We're definitely gonna need some more to upgrade metal, but I'll use that. And some sheet metal. Maybe I could upgrade my base to full tier metal here. Lock your doors, guys. Lock the windows. You got plenty of code locks here. Build your windows. Lock your windows. Code lock on each one of them. And put a code lock on that door. And it's an actual square foundation, so these are easy to wait. They got to blow through one wall, and they literally got the base here. You can build some doors here and here, literally. And they've got the planer. They can upgrade. They got the nails. They can upgrade their logs to planks. And this is all log tier here, so they can upgrade a lot of that stuff. This was too easy here. All you had to do is just crawl through the stairs and open up the door. I feel so bad. Wish they had a bike. Really wishing I had a bike right now. Raiding bases in Deadside has a big disadvantage right now because not every one of them you have to get in with C4. And with a lot of new players coming in, it just makes it too easy to be able to raid right now. There's really not a lot of big challenge. So I'm hoping you guys can learn something from this, and before you start building a base and collecting all the materials, just make sure you're doing everything right here. There's plenty of tutorials online on how to upgrade your base with the materials you already have. There's plenty of patrols up north, so slipping through unnoticed is the plan. With my inventory maxed out, the last thing I need is a surprise engagement. Right now, stealth's the only thing keeping this run alive. Alright, doesn't seem like anybody's around. You always want to check the spot, make sure nobody's like within the area here. Which we are perfectly... Oh, there's a boat spawn over there. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. And we made it back. First things first, let's sort out all our ammo here since we got a ton of ammo now. With all the scrap metal I had gathered, it was finally time to upgrade. Using spare parts and just a little bit of scrap, I crafted a metal planer. Nothing fancy, but just enough to get things moving. From there, I started fabricating sheet metal and pairing it with rebar, slowly pushing the base up to the metal tier. All right, how much do we have left? 66 scrap left. Okay. This might actually blend in with the boat here. Let's do that. One wall at a time, my little shack started turning into something more. Not just a bunker, but a structure that blended right in with the salvage boat behind it. From a distance, it didn't look like much, and that was the point. The more unnoticeable it stayed, the longer it would survive. So we can also always do this door. Let's do that. All right, maybe there's some bases over at Churney Log. Just like that. Looks like somebody already found their way in here, though. Nothing special. Looks like another base. Now, this is one that you might not want to raid because of the ladders. And it looks like they've upgraded everything properly. You can tell this is a proper setup here. That's their core, probably where their TC is located in particular areas. They've got a lower section that's metal tier compared to the rest. This one was actually rated here. If I had some planks, I'd put it in there. Okay, door's locked. Good. Now this is a little setup here. This looks like a little rust build. I think they build a square in the center, but it looks like they build a little hex in the center. And then they just hexacombed it pretty much all the way down and around. Different style solo build. They should probably put some half walls up here to make it harder to get into. That's what I would do. Get some half walls put up. So you can at least get the roof because you can blow into any of these sections and make it inside. It's going to make it harder for raiders. Can actually upgrade it, but what I want to do is just do a quick way I can store some loot just while I go down and check out some stuff. No shotgun traps. I don't really need any of this stuff. We're just going to keep it and just see if we can get to the core. Oh, he's got 22 of these for a vehicle. I haven't seen that many in a while. Duct tape, 10 batteries. And we're in. Oh, you can lock those. Okay, so they got the main TC. Is this window open? That clearly didn't work. All right, I got to find a way out of here. I can't just jump through the windows. It's probably good to bring like a generator or something you could jump in on. What about this? I'm so glad the prone feature took place. Maybe it'll work? Yes, I think we got it. Yes! Oh, we got out. Okay, nice. I wish we could deconstruct these cameras, but we can't. Maybe all the loot's going to be in this little area here. Only one way to find out. Nothing. C4, some wires, some medkits. We'll grab the guns, some more dynamite sticks, batteries, 2 dog tags, and what's in here? Some scrap. I guess this was an okay find. How many? 2. Okay. And this turret lies, I believe, in this corner here. So let's do that. And I think we got the one up top. Probably nothing in here. Ton of gas. Looks like somebody already literally, like, possibly came here and took some of the stuff here. Some components. So their TC has got to be in here, though. Oh my... thing's still active. Which is this. So they got the upper deck. You can get up. But right below that... probably their TC. Scrap metal. Ooh, a ton of components, though. Let's get rid of some of this ammo. See, 17 shotgun, 36... For 2 dynamite sticks, I think we made out quite fair. With all the materials I'd gathered, it was time to head back home, and this time, not just to stash loot, to finally show off the full upgrade. The ultimate showcase of my new solo bunker. Quiet, tough, and built to stay hidden. Every time I'm tucked away in the base and hear gunfire or a vehicle roll by, I assume the worst. In a place like this, it always feels like a raid's about to happen. Yep, he's riding on the main road. Scare him off, scavs, scare him off. Unnoticed, untouched. You know, I should have used my security cameras. I wish these were up a little bit more. I do need to get some on the other side, though. All right, let's give you guys a little rundown here. Coast looks pretty clear. I think the only time that you're going to be noticeable is if somebody's running like ESP, which any game is prone to cheats. Oh, another fishbowl. Nice. But yeah, this is going to be the base here. Got some fish here. I've got another gun for some pistol components. But yeah, so if you guys want to build out here, you're going to have to start fabricating a foundation from here all the way around, unless you have a boat. It just kind of did what I did. He's coming back. It looks like there's 2 players on there. They look pretty geared up, if that. It looks like they're stopping, maybe at their base. There's a little base up there, too. Sounds like they're just heading by, looting the area anyway. But here it is. So I've got a little drying rack. I guess this is for different herbs and stuff like that. Can't really put fish on here. I was thinking you could add fish and stuff like that. Maybe you can. Let me know in the comment sections on if you guys exactly know what's going on with that. But we've got some trophies here to upgrade our comfort level. Got a little shelf, a roe deer, and we've got our shotgun traps. One over here. Now we have to duck by here to be able to get by. With all these shotgun traps in place, aiming straight at each door, it just makes it a little bit harder for the raiders to get in. They're going to get blasted. So, got my little health cache here. As you can see, I've got a lot of different assortments. I can actually craft some more of these now that I'm speaking of it. Got a lot of painkillers now. Probably too many. Oh boy, okay. So, shotgun turrets in the first little section here. Now you could probably build triangles, but you only have a specific limited area behind the boat to be able to build in. And right now we've upgraded to tier 3 metal. So we've got 21 days. It only takes 3 pieces of metal. It's pretty easy to maintain. So they got that section, another section over here. And you could literally organize this how you feel. And just to give you guys a little rundown of what I've got going so far. Not a whole lot. Got to add some stuff to that. Got another little area here. My little workbench for deconstructing weapon parts and other stuff. Got a little water collector. Now this does work inside. I just got to wait for it to generate some water. Got some more traps. So if they try to breach this door here, more than likely they're not going to be able to breach unless they have a boat. And that's what these are for. Now, if they breach through the ceiling, I don't think these traps are going to work as good. They can literally breach through and start looting this. But it's still going to give them a hard time even if they jump down and decide to loot these other crates and stuff. But yeah, so far it's pretty good. And it's Saturday night and the server's starting to load up. Definitely loving it so far. A lot of players just seem to pass on by. Don't make a lot of noise when you go in and out of the base. Try to check your areas before you actually enter and exit. And yeah, I got a little security camera. I've got to add one to the other side just so I can see what's going on. Before in the video, there was a little raid going on over there, or a little convoy and a heli crash that spawned over there. But it seems pretty unnoticeable, if that. So let's put you in here. So we've got some skins we've added to some of the weapons. Those are the scavs walking by. There is scav patrol that patrol this area. And you can kind of use those scavs as like dogs. They kind of alert any oncoming players. So it's kind of a good idea to have them nearby. Even though they'll shoot at you, but they'll definitely let you know if any players are nearby. Found this carpet earlier. This thing just makes the base a little bit that much more comfy. Got some components, all the stuff to craft and whatnot. And yeah, pretty cool so far. Right behind a boat. I think I'm liking it. Nobody really knows I'm out here, and you can actually fish through this door and just catch some food if you would like. You can still cast out of your base. Have a little fishing hut here. Still be able to get all your food. Got my little assault ladders. This is like my little raid stash here. Gotta add some stuff to that. Now you can also add more. Probably put another one maybe in front or somehow save some space, position this a little bit over. I think this is as far as I can get it over. Same thing with this, but you might be able to squeeze a little bit more room and add a lot more stuff in here. We'll kind of swim out here, give you a perspective of what everything looks like. And it's not big. It's not really big at all. Just enough to survive as a solo, remaining hidden. But let's see, even if you're this far out, you can't really see it until you come way around the corner. We've got one patrol over there. Stay quiet, walk. I don't know if walking really matters, if it does anything different. But so far, my little home here. And there's a little looting spot. They don't really go up here as much. There is a military base over that way, like I mentioned earlier. They can make it all the way around and loot up. Military can go this way and possibly see it if it renders in from a distance. But you can see from a good distance, it looks like it's exactly part of the boat itself. Until you come from like a specific angle on it. And you could just slip right through here unnoticed. You can literally kill players out there if you wanted to. And by the time they respawn, you could get behind here and they won't even know. They'll think you're somewhere else. They won't even know you're just chilling back here in your own little solo base. I'll have to take these pistols and turn them into components here for pistol components. So I can be able to maintain these shotgun traps in here. Now, maybe the viable thing was to possibly hang some turrets up there, but either way, if they do raid, they're going to raid through the top down, more than likely. Unless they're on a boat and they just decide to blow through this wall here. But yeah, so far, so good. I haven't been busted yet. But what I'm going to do before I log off, just like I do any other time, I'll grab all the main essentials, even if you can't run it to the trader. I'm way off the side of the map and I'm too far away from the traders. I grab what I can to be able to repair my base, just enough sheet metal or what I need, and I put it in my inventory. And then as you can tell, I have all my metal planer, my wood planer. I'll grab the spare parts and all the building stuff, and then I'll try to grab all the main stuff if I can, depending on if you have room or not. But that's priority, is to be able to rebuild your base back once you're raided. But yeah, until next time, guys, let me know what you think so far. Definitely interesting, a little interesting spot to build.